Race number 11 of the AARO Racing Series 2011 season will be held at Winnipeg for the Boston Pizza 250. Alan Reeds gets his second pole of the year. He'll start on the front row with Keith Davis to his outside, Todd Bradshaw third, Bill Sabo fourth, and Daniel Lecklater in fifth. Down into turn number 1, you'll see some of the weird banking here as we see multiple grooves for racing, and it shows some spectacular 3, 4, 5 wide racing all throughout the first run of the race. Brian Wilson, early energy for him. He slots into the third spot as he gets around the 10 of Sabo, heading into turn number 3. See the high line, probably the way to go in 3 and 4, as Sabo's going to have a tough time passing him. Wilson would eventually fall back a little bit. As you see, he's lost a few spots. If you get caught too low in turn 3 and 4, you will go way back, as you'll see in this race. Sabo moves into second around Keith Davis, and there's an example of that major fallback is the one of Alex Jates, goes way back. Fred Richer, a point leader. Second place, Tyson Lautenschlager. They're going to go 4 wide with Kenny Geraldton and Luis Tellez, and right there you see that major fall off by the 2 cars on the inside. That's a prime example of what can happen here if you just make... Well, we got a yellow. Couple cars spinning. I see Brian Wilson and Mac DeCario. Let's take a replay. Caution 1, lap 7. The 96 of Mac DeCario and the 1 of Alex Jates get together. Around they go. Brian Wilson gets the worst of this one, hard into the 96. Down into the inside wall they go, and they would... Well, the 36 would retire, the 96 would not. Pit stops occurred, and Austin Kingston would come out second and challenge Reeds on the restart, looking under the 19 car. Kingston, a rookie, making only his 3rd or 4th start in the series. He is proving that he is going to be a star in this series in the future, as he's been running very well as of late, and continuing here with the 2nd place run so far early on in this one. Caution 2 flew on lap 13. Kenny Geraldton and Eric Webler. Webler slows up in front of Geralds. The 14 gets into the back of them, and the 53 gets caught up in this as well. Gerald's just, his bad luck that started back in 2009 is continuing. That's not good for him at all, as he's trying to turn his career around, back around I should say, as he's struggled the past few years and it's not looking any better this year. Bo Van Peltz got the lead on the restart after Alan Reeds dove down into the pits. Weird strategies going on. Cody Lochner would take the top spot away just shortly after, however, in turn number 2, as Lochner slots in. Renaissance Racing is looking to go 1, 2, 3, as you see Fred Richer is trying to get around Bo Van Pelt for 3rd now. He'll get it, and it'll be 1, 2, 3 Renaissance Racing. Will Legge started 41st, and he's climbed his way all up into the top 25 already. However, his car was not doing so well. He showing some great resiliency moving up through the field very quickly. Fred Richer is going to lose a few spots in turn number 3 on lap 20, as he's going to fall back a bit. As we see Austin Kingston is going to move around Michael Carter for 2nd, and the 44 of Kingston is back into the top 2. Tyson Lautenschlager, he is having a pretty abysmal race as he's running way in the back, only 3 cars behind him. We have a few retired cars, however. This is not what Lautenschlager wanted early on in this one. He wanted a good run so he could get some points back from Fred Richer. Green flag stops. Lap 36, Cody Lochner leads the field down to the green, or down to the pits. A couple cars having problems. Mike Oppenheimer in the 99, Bo Van Pelt in the 30, and Aaron Fisher would get the worst. He goes around. No caution would be brought out for this. However, that would ruin Fisher's chances of victory. And caution number 3 full on lap number 37, which would bring out a red flag. 68 and 49 get together. Into the wall. Pretty harmless, huh? Well, that's not the end of it. Jason Miller, Alex Jates, Sean Donnelly get together. Up into the wall. Down the racetrack they go. Slammed into by Bibson. Mike Oppenheimer in there as well. And more cars stacking up behind him, and we're still not done. Jen Smith involved. Down the racetrack she goes. Hard hit by Sean Glossum. Mike Johnson in there. Kozoro, Cash, Ringer, Gerald's, and Lipinski all pile in. Some vicious hits in what was a 20-car accident. At least 20 cars, I would say. And we'd only have 26 cars left on the racetrack after this one. As we see Greg Sauer looking under Fred Richer to split the Renesee Racing 1-2-3. Just a major accident that's pretty much taken the life out of this race. Tyson Lautschlager has moved up to 5th on that caution period after avoiding the wreck narrowly, and he would capitalize on that. He's running in the top 5. Frederick tries to go around his teammate for 2nd, however our 4th caution would fly on lap 55. Mac McCary is going to get turned by Grant Jacobs, and the 40 down the track he goes into the inside wall. That damaged 96. Even more damage now, as, well, that would end, well, you know, that would just put even more of a dent into his day. He's still a lap down. Fred Richer got the lead on pit stops and would lead the field down to the green. Bad sign for the rest of the field, as he is the current point leader. And you never want to see Richer even leading the points, because he could run away with it just like that. And he's already proven so far this year that he is running away with it so far. Greg Sauer slots into 2nd. Tries to get 2nd. Down into turn number 3. I don't think he's going to hold up on that bottom line. The high line is definitely the way to go in 3. And Cody Lochner is just going to power by him. Jacob Williams, who set no time in qualifying, is now up to 3rd. And Austin Kingston sits in 4th. As we head down the front straightaway. Still some great action going on as we see Sauer around Cody Lochner again. And this time would get it. And Jacob Williams is going to follow right under him. And would eventually look under Sauer for the 2nd spot. However, this is probably the worst passing opportunity on the track, because into turn number 3 you're just going to lose everything. Don't know if this will hold up. Oh, he's going to make the smart move and go and block Sauer. However, later on, a few laps later, Sauer's going to get back around the 94. 44 are going with him, and it's 2 Lincolns in the top 3, with Sauer and Kingston running 2nd and 3rd. Later on, just 1 lap later, Austin Kingston's going to make 3-wide situation go bad, as he is going to lose several positions down into turn number 3. Again, the low line is not where you want to be in 3 and 4, as you see Sabo taking the 2nd spot away from Williams in the 94. Our 2nd round of green flag stops occurs on lap 78. Richer leads the field down into the pits, and Sabo gets out first in front of Richer, barely, as the 13 slow stop compared to the 10's fast stop on our 5th caution from lap number 80, and this was another sizable incident. Alan Reeds and Michael Carter make contact. Into the outside wall they go. Down the racetrack, collecting Mac DiCario, and that wasn't the end of it. Carter is going to slide down the racetrack. Hit by DiCario. Almost hit by Kennedy. And Eicholt's in there. Leckliter, hard hit. And everyone's just going to pile in now. 5 cars involved in this one. Eicholt's, Leckliter, Carter. A couple championship contenders involved in there, and that would not help them. On the restart. A few laps after the restart. Greg Sauer hard into the outside wall. He'd lose several positions. Heading into our 6th caution of the day on lap 86. 40. Grant Jacobs hard into the outside wall after getting turned by the 16. Down the racetrack, Jacob Williams caught up in this one, and Sean Donnelly in there as well. The 10 car under yellow is going to pit for a flat tire, giving Richer the lead. So our last restart of the day, lap number 92 of 100. Fred Richer leads the field down to the green. Todd Bradshaw in 2nd, but Austin Kingston will get around him. So battle for 1st, Austin Kingston and Fred Richer. Just under 5 to go. Kingston can't do it. Richer takes the white flag down into turn number 1. Kingston is going to get passed by Todd Bradshaw in the 98. And coming off turn number 4, Fred Richer wins his 2nd race in 3. He wins at Winnipeg. With his 2nd win in 3 races, Richer's point lead is going to extend very much over 2nd place Tyson Lautschlager, who finished 9th. Todd Bradshaw finishes 2nd. Austin Kingston 3rd, Cody Lochner 4th, Will Legge 5th, Ted Hendricks 6th, Greg Sauer fell back to 7th, Bill Sabo, strong run for him, he finishes 8th, Tyson Lautenschlager 9th, and Nate Know-It-All, great run for him, he finishes 10th. Point standings, Rich Scher. Now a 142-point lead over Lautenschlager. Will Legge climbs up to 3rd, Ted Hendricks 4th, Herb Cilantro falls back a spot to 5th, Alan Reed 6th, Eichholz 7th, Carter 8th, Williams 9th, and Mike Oppenheimer falls back a spot to 10th, and he's been having some horrible runs as of late.